Okay, here we are going to learn how to find the factors of a quadratic function, or in other words, how to change this quadratic function from the standard form to the factored form. And we have already seen that a factored form of a quadratic function is this. It is a times x minus r1 times x minus r2. Okay, this is the general definition, general formula for quadratic function written in the factored form. Okay, where this r1 and r2 are the real numbers and those are the x-intercepts, or you can also call them as zeros of the function. Okay, as you solve this problem, we are going to understand what is this x-intercept and what is zero, etc. Now consider the function f of x is equal to x squared plus 4x minus 21. Use your graphic calculator to help you write the function in factored form. Okay, let us just go ahead and get our graphic calculator. Alright, I'll clear off everything. Cancel second and plus. Then I'll hit 7, 1, then 2, enter, everything gone. Now let me go to y is equal to, right, that is x square, x, then square here, plus 4x minus 21. Hit graph. This graph is not perfect because the bottom part is missing. That is, we do not know where the vertex is, and even the y-intercept is missing. So let us look at the table. Right, now in this table you can see y equal to 0 means this is the y-intercept. Now I'm interested in x-intercepts also. That is, what is the value of x when y is 0? I'm saying y equal to 0 at x equal to negative 7. So I can start taking my x values somewhere around negative 8 or negative 9. For that matter, round figure negative 10 also you can take. It's just a window, not the like a exact increasing, decreasing, etc. Nothing, just a clear window I need. Now on the other side, at x equal to 3 I'm seeing 0, right? So I'll go up to 5. So on my window, x I'll take negative 10 as the minimum value, max I'll take 5, scale is 1, and y, the minimum value for y is how much? You are saying that it is 25, right? Negative 25. So we'll go up to 30, negative 30, and positive values at 24. Since I don't need so much, I'll just take 10 as the positive value. Okay, y minimum negative 30, maximum is 10, because there are altogether some 40 units are there, so you can take your scale as a 5, that's better I think, or you can take something else 3 like that, but just 5 is a easy number, that's good. Now hit the graph. Now you see your graph, a perfect figure, right? Everything is inside the graph. That's the reason in the window we are taking some extra few numbers on either side of x-axis. Once you have those values for x-axis, y values are generally considered, it just comes out, but better to have that values over that the window, because we need to enter the window values here referring to the table. I'll just get those numbers, and now I have my graph, and let me copy that graph here so that we can talk about it. Use your graphing calculator to help you to write the function in the factored form. Now how do you do that? if you look at your previous work we did in this problem over here, right? What do you have? In this factored form, you have seen that the x-intercept on the graph of this particular function in your first problem, you have seen that the x-intercept was -3 and +4. And in this case, the x-intercept was -2 and +5. And over here, the x-intercept was -3 and it is just turned from that point. Okay, these all cases you have seen. So having that in our mind, let us go to this and try to figure out the function, this function in the factored form. So for that I need this, and that those two are my x-intercepts. So what are the values of x here? In this case, the x is equal to how much? -1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. X is equal to -7. And there x is equal to 3. Suppose if you have difficulty in reading these points, what should I do? Go to the calculator and get the table by hitting the second and graph. Find the values of x for which y is equal to 0, right? Here you are seeing that when x is equal to -7, y equal to 0. Alright, that's what I wrote here. X equal to -7, the value of y is 0. And the other point is 3. Go down. When x is equal to 3, +3, the value of y is 0. So those two are the x-intercepts. Alright, now these two. Now what is the factored form then? How do you write this? Now f of x is equal to x, is it -7 or +7? I will take its opposite, like we have seen in the previous examples. Because x is equal to -7, its opposite will be x plus 7, or the value of x is the 0 of this particular thing is -7. We'll look at it in a minute. And x equal to 3 means the other factor is x minus 3. So this is the factored form of f of x is equal to x plus 7 times x minus 3 to that gone. Now what are the x-intercepts of this function? You have already seen here. X is equal to -7 and x is equal to 3. Okay, and explain why we also refer to the x-intercepts of functions as zeros. Okay, why we also refer this x equal to -7 and these x-intercepts as zeros of the function. So for that, what we can see is just plug in, substitute the value of x equal to -7 in that function. F of x is equal to x square plus 4x minus 21. So I'll replace this x with this 7. I mean -7. So f of -7 is equal to -7 square plus 4 times -7 minus 21. That gives you how much? -7 square is positive 49. -7 times -7 is positive 49. Plus times minus, it is a negative sign, minus 28 minus 21. So what do you get from this? Just 49 minus 28 is 21, minus 21 is 0. Or put this whole thing in the calculator. and you will get a 0. That is, for x is equal to -7, the value of y became 0. Y is nothing but f of x. The y coordinate becomes a 0. This is anywhere on the x-axis, the y value is 0. So when x is -7, the value of y is 0. Similarly, you can verify by substituting x is equal to 3 in this function f of x equal to x squared plus 4x minus 21 to give you 0. That is the reason we call these intercepts, x-intercepts are also called as zeros. So when you are asked to find what are the zeros of this function, means it is nothing but what are the x-intercepts. And having known the x-intercepts, you can get the function in the factored form. And here one most important thing, we have to remember there is nothing for a, because this x times x is x squared. Beside x square, you don't have any number that is greater than 1. It is just 1x squared. So the value of a is equal to 1 by default. That's why I didn't write anything over there. But whenever you have to write a function in the factored form, please remember to write this a also, a times that. But where in this particular scenario, that a value is 1. So we don't have to worry about it. And this is how we use our graphic calculator to find the x-intercepts and then the factored form and etc. Okay, please try the other problem that you have in your task. Okay, thank you.